listen, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, and that's okay, and that's okay.
It's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
That's your opinion. This is a podcast, this is a public platform. We're signing up to take shit from people.
Welcome back to Secondhand Therapy. We want to remind you that we are not doctors or therapists or...
No one thinks we're doctors. No one
lawyers.
thinks we're doctors. No one thinks we're doctors.
Any kind of professionals at all.
It's true. We're very unprofessional.
Yeah, we're just two dudes going through it, you know?
Yeah, struggling.
So,
Struggling.
You really shouldn't listen to our advice.
Struggling.
Enjoy the show.
Struggling. Okay, but be honest with me. Did you have a good time at the party?
Which one?
Don't.
I had a good time at both events that we were at this week.
And I said the party, right? I didn't say the big VIP.
Oh, we had VIP?
No, then we had VIP.
Oh, no, did we?
No, did we get a VIP?
Did Drake call us?
Did Drake say, "Hey, my boys, come down to Luna"? Okay. Yes, he did. Indirectly. Did Jason Sudeikis show up?
Sure.
Yeah, yes, he did. Was he there? Yes.
Of course he was. Were we there? Was Jason Sudeikis there? Yes.
Were we rubbing elbows with motherfuckers? Yes.
Yes.
I'm not talking about that party because that was a great time.
Now, did we actually see Jason Sudeikis? No, of course not. But he was there.
But everybody said, "Did you see him?" And I said, "No, I left at 9:30." I left.
That's so funny. No, I left at 9:30.
No, I left at 9:30.
We got text at midnight. Jason Sudeikis is here. Oh, I left at 9:30.
I left before the cool people showed up. I need you to understand.
Oh, I was in bed.
Yeah. Not that party.
Right.
That was a great time.
Hanukkah party?
The Hanukkah party.
Yeah. I had a great time.
Can we say it like that?
I don't know. We just did.
Hanukkah.
Yeah. I like to put an extra...
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
A little stank on it.
Yeah.
You had a good time.
I had a great time.
The whole time.
Listen, when I roll up to the party and you're frantically texting me, "Don't come in. There's too many people here. Leave now." I was like, what is happening
That's
up there?
me being a good friend and letting you know I walked into an ambush.
Yeah.
Okay? I didn't know there was going to be 40 people in this apartment.
I also wasn't aware of that.
You
but
were.
Yes. Now, moments leading up to it. Yes. I didn't mean, I mean like in general, did I know that was the deal? No. Here's the difference though. Pleasantly surprised.
You were pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
So when I texted you and said, "Hey, there's a lot of people here, don't come," you said, "Ooh, a lot of people."
Yeah. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. And you were like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah. And I was like, "Hey, just so you know, you got to take your shoes off."
Oh, that I hate. Oh, buddy.
I'm not a big fan of taking my shoes off of people's houses.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Here's the thing. I get it. I've read the articles. I know there's bacteria and germ. I get it.
It's a germ thing because there were 3 dogs walking around this party. Are their feet clean? It's a germ thing.
You're dragging the outside all over the inside of your place. You're bringing in.
That's not that. No. That's the reason people want you to take their shoes off is germs.
What do you think it is?
I thought it was just like a respect, or hey, I want you to feel at home. Take your shoes off. Or it's like a cultural thing. You're telling me these people believe that I'm bringing street germs into their home, and that's why I have to take my shoes off?
The majority of them, yes.
Eat my whole cock.
Now, have you ever stood at a urinal?
Yeah, of course.
Well, then you got AIDS on your shoes, my man. So you're bringing that into somebody's house.
Ah, cool, man. There were 3 dogs walking around. They don't even wear shoes ever. Now, were all 3 of those dogs in the bed? Yes.
Listen, I'm not saying I agree with that logic. I'm a shoes on all the time kind of guy.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to be casual.
I didn't tell you this.
Uh-huh.
Because I brought a date to this party. Mm-hmm. And my date was like, do you know if we have to take our shoes off there? Which is not even on my radar.
She asked
She asked me.
Oh, wow.
Because she is a person and she understands that some people do that.
I wasn't on my radar either.
Yeah, because
well,
two fucking assholes here. Now, so I text the host of the party because my date was like, "This if I take my shoes off, I'm just gonna wear slip-ons. Otherwise, I'm gonna wear some actual shoes."
Nice. She's like, I'm gonna wear some combat boots, but if we gotta take them off,
yeah. I was like, you know what? I'll ask. So I asked, "Hey, we gotta take our shoes off?" She said, "Oh yeah," and I said, "I don't think we should go to this."
Here, you know what? You would have changed my mind if you would have said, you got to take your shoes off. In the text, instead of being like, there's 30 people here, don't come. If you'd have said, hey, it's a shoes off place, I'd have been like,
now I know.
No, I'm not going.
Now I know.
Yeah, if you ever want me to like not come over and hang, just say, hey, by the way, when you come over, take your shoes off.
And I'm telling you, this is not a lie. That's the first time someone has said, take your shoes off, and I did it. Usually I go, no thanks.
You just say no.
I say no thanks. Yeah, because I treat it like they're doing the make yourself at home. Be comfortable. And I go, oh, I'm good. Thank you, though. I'm comfortable. That's how I treat it. No, thank you. I'll be the only guy in there in shoes. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
But I did it because our friend was hosting this party. I love her very much. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to respect her home. And I'm trying to just
I didn't even know
step into the gray of life.
I didn't know no thank you was even on the menu.
Oh, yeah. That's what the restaurant's called.
I think that's a big difference between you and I as well. Is I don't even think no is an option, and you're like no is the first option.
Yeah, it's almost the only option, unless it's about food. Hey, do you want some of that? Yeah, I want some of that. Otherwise, it's a no. It's a no, thank you.
Yeah.
So you had a good time, huh?
I had a great time.
Interesting.
I like to people.
Oh, Jesus.
I was peopling.
Yeah. All right.
Did you not have a good time?
The first half was a real struggle. I was like, how do I throw myself off this balcony? Do you know what I mean? The second half I did a little better. I loosened up. You got there.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, oh, at least somebody I can like. I mean, I'll be honest, my date, I was bitching her the whole night. Yeah. She's very social as well. So she's like, this is fun. And I was like, oh, you're wrong. But yeah, the second half was not like I loosened up a little bit. I kind of just, I don't fucking know. The second half was easier, I guess.
Did you talk to anybody?
Strangers?
Yes.
No, I don't think so. Hold on.
Yeah.
No. I'm beyond. Are you talking beyond like, oh, I'm Lou, nice to meet you?
Yes.
No. That's as much as I said to strangers.
Why? Why is this?
I don't understand.
Why is this an issue for you?
It's not an issue.
Well.
That's an issue? I didn't know.
Yeah, this is
why is it an issue?
This is what issues look like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I don't. Here's the thing. I cannot. I can't do small talk. I don't have the tools. I don't have the tools for it.
You're sitting in a lobby with Robbie Downey Jr. and
hold on, who is it?
Robert Downey Jr.
I thought you said Robbie, and I was like, don't call him Robbie.
Hey, oh Robbie, yeah.
Robbie Downey Jr.
Oh, Robbie's there. You know Rob.
Okay, Robert Downey Jr.'s in the lobby.
So Rob's in the lobby with you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna go, hi, I'm Lou, and then shut the fuck up, or you're gonna be like, hey, what's going on? You gonna talk to him, or he starts talking to you? You're not gonna say anything to him? You're not gonna small talk with Rob?
We're in the lobby where? What lobby?
I don't know.
Are we going to an event like we end up in the same place? Or
Sure.
We're like waiting for an elevator.
This is an event. He strikes up a conversation with you. He starts asking about your tattoos. Oh, you got a lot of tattoos there, and you go, oh, thanks, and then you shut the fuck up, or are you gonna continue that conversation?
I'll do my best. It's not gonna go well. Robert's not gonna like me. Robert's gonna go, hey, I knew somebody with Asperger's have so many tattoos.
I'm trying to find a scenario because you say you can't do it. Like
I don't have the skills.
It is an impossible thing.
Here's the thing: if he is carrying the load of the conversation, I can do it. If I then have to feign interest or like, here's what I can't do. Let me try to put it to you this way. No.
Oh, I got it. Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm. I can't handle people saying things or asking questions, and the point of what they're saying is because it's better than silence.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'd rather stand there in silence. Hey, how long you been in LA? Oh, dude, put a bullet in me. What? Do you actually want to know how long I've been in LA? Or is it something to say?
And that's what it comes down to, is this idea of, is this real or not? And you have a big problem with that.
I can't handle it.
Inauthenticity.
Inauthenticity is very hard for me. I don't want to waste my time on it.
Yes, but it's in all aspects of your life. It bleeds over in everything, though. But
you're saying this like it's a problem. Hold on. Be more respectful when you say, be more respectful.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I believe that it is a problem because this is what we talk about.
This is your opinion.
This is my opinion.
Not a
fact. That's why I'm saying it.
If you're listening, it's not a fact.
This is why I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Because it's my opinion. I think this leads directly into living in the gray. Because a lot of that in between you're going to find is that filler bullshit. How are you? What's going on with your day? How long have you lived here? That is in the, you're going to love this, the minutia.
The minutia.
We need a fucking button. Ding, 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 ding. The minutia. The minutia of life. And so that is that is life. And so, or a part of it at least.
What is? Boring, inauthentic communication? That's just...
Yes, what you're viewing as this less than valuable time spent with people, it is valuable
to
the relationship that you have with that person.
If it's a stranger, I don't have a relationship with that person,
and that's why, because you won't begin to build one with them. These are the
You're saying
these are the blocks that begin a relationship.
I'm potentially costing myself quality relationships because I can't do the minutia talk.
Yes, because that's how it starts. You know.
That's a good point.
That's the foreplay.
I love foreplay. Well.
So yes, that is why it is valuable.
I don't... Dude, somebody at this party asked me what my favorite candy was.
No. Okay, now listen.
And then I said, okay, Reese's. And they said, cups or pieces? And I said, that's a really stupid question. And now we're friends.
Yeah, and that is the potential of a great friendship.
I don't know. Should I not have said that? Should I just answered? Said, oh, cups.
Yeah.
And then just to be like, now what? Now what do you have to say?
Yeah, because what happens if you start doing that? What do you lose out on?
Self-respect. The tank's low. She's running on fumes, my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the party was a struggle. I had a good time the second half of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh. Hey, do you well, no.
Oh, there's more?
No, go ahead.
Well, no. Tell me, what's your favorite soda pop?
Diet Coke.
See, now was that hard?
What else would you like to talk about?
I left the party feeling lonely. Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I had a super hot date.
Oh, cool. Well, thanks for listening.
Super hot.
We're done here.
Super hot. Go ahead.
The body on her. She's bodied up.
Body's unreal. Now.
Yeah.
Okay, you felt lonely after the party.
Yeah, it was the first time in a long time, I didn't have anybody, and I went to an event, and it was all couples pretty much there.
A lot of couples, yeah.
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 So I show up, and I'm like, oh, cool. Everybody's just with their person. And
alone, shoes off.
Yeah. Alone.
Exposed.
Didn't even have my shoes.
Yeah. So exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I left when a lot of, like you and some other friends were leaving.
Yeah.
And I did have a great time, but on that walk back to the car, it was unusual. It was nobody to gossip with, nobody to talk about the party, any of that stuff. And it was a lonely walk back. I even got out my phone and I was going to reach out to a few people, and I thought, no, I want to feel this. I need to process this. It's okay. Like you and I've talked about this a lot lately, is like sometimes things just suck.
Yeah.
And
you're not supposed to feel good all the time.
Yeah.
That's not real.
And so I put my phone away and I just let it suck for a minute.
Yeah.
And drove home, got real high, and
that's the crutch we didn't.
Yep.
You almost did it. You almost
got there.
Sat with the feeling.
Yeah. And then I got real high, and
did that help or hurt?
It delayed.
Okay.
Yeah. It delayed things for me until I went to bed, and then I was like, all right, well, bedtime now.
Yeah.
And then, whatever. And then the next day, like, I'm also in the process of moving and all these other things, so there's a lot of shifts happening right now.
Yeah.
And, that feeling of loneliness carried on over to the next day, boxing things up and kind of being like, oh, okay, this is happening. Saying, closing this chapter and whatever, and doing it by myself. But I was talking to my therapist about this, and what was interesting was she asked me if the lows felt lower because the highs were so high recently. I just come off this event, this great opportunity I got early on in the week, and so I was riding that high, and I felt so good about that. And it was so fun and such a great opportunity. And then going to this party and feeling lonely and doing all that stuff, it was like a slingshot, man.
Yeah.
And
much bigger fall.
Yeah. And I didn't even put that together. And that was something she brought up. She was like, do you think you felt even lower because you were feeling even higher a few days before? And I was like, oh, definitely high.
Yeah.
Which then she also told me that I should not be partaking in the marijuana over the holiday season.
Duh.
Yeah.
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 You didn't stop though.
No.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do.
Yeah.
During this time.
I would also like to state that we are of legal age to consume marijuana.
Yeah.
And we are in California where it's legal. Continue.
Yes. So, I've been thinking lately, like, these ideas of what do I even want in a relationship? I have never thought about that. And that is something that I've been asked by several people in my life the last few weeks about this idea of, like, if you could have the ideal relationship, what does that look like for you?
Yeah.
And I don't have a fucking answer for that.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about, I'm like, I'm 40. I should know at least a few things or have an idea. And something I unpacked in therapy was I don't have an idea because I find myself, if I look back through relationships, I am someone who loses myself in relationships.
Yeah.
I give myself to them.
Right. And we call that codependent. Codependent is shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so nobody's ever kind of taken a survey on, like, what I want.
Yeah.
Because
if someone was going to do it, it's not going to be you.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Old people pleaser here ain't gonna. I will suffer.
What do I want? Hey, babe, fill this out.
Yeah. Hey, babe, real quick.
Can you fill that out for me? want to make sure you're happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then it got down into these ideas of like this. I know that I want these certain freedoms, and we've talked about this on the pod, and then I got to really thinking about like, am I fighting for this idealism that will never happen?
Which is what? What is the idealism you're referring to?
These ideas of like, oh, I want some freedom so I can have these opportunities when they do come up to take advantage to connect with people, right? And then I look at my life and I'm like, all you do is fucking sit behind your computer and edit videos and eat cheeseburgers. Like, what are you doing? You know, like this is the freedom you're fighting for. This is the freedom that's holding you back from having a loving relationship or, you know, X, Y, and Z. And it's like, it came back around again to like, you are responsible for the life that you are living. And that is so fucking...
It's a hard thing to hear.
It's hard, yeah. It's on you. You're not having a good time? Well, guess who can make it better? Only you. It's only you, dude. And even if you were partnered up, and you can't put that on somebody else, right? You can't put that kind of savior complex on anybody else, whether it be a friendship or a relationship or whatever. Like, it's only you.
Yeah, you can't rely on somebody else to make you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the death of a relationship.
Yeah. So all of these things that I'm thinking like, well, I never really do this. I never really do that. Yeah, that's because you're not doing that.
Yeah.
It's like, all I do is fucking eat cheeseburgers and edit video. Yeah, that's because that's what you're doing.
Yeah. That's what you're choosing to do with your time.
Yeah. So choose something else, bud.
Yeah.
So you are the only one that can kind of, I mean, I know I've said this and I've heard this a bunch, like you can only save you, right?
Yeah.
But that's also a lot of pressure. And
yeah,
as a people pleaser too.
And I'm sorry to say it.
Yeah.
Who struggles with discipline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I tend to come last.
Mm-hmm.
And so, hey ladies. And so, yeah, it's having somebody ask me what I want or to put me first. That's an insane idea to me.
Yeah.
And real struggle.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, why do you think that is?
Why do I think that I struggle to put myself first?
Why do you think the idea, of like another person having you as a higher priority in their life is such like an asinine thought? I have a guess, but I'm not going to lead the witness here.
Yeah.
So I want to hear your thoughts first.
I mean, it probably goes back to how I view myself and the feelings that I have towards myself. We all know I don't like me. So
he really doesn't.
Yeah. It's not a rumor.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think it's probably rooted in that.
It's rooted in your self-worth.
Yeah. What
You got a theory?
Let me hear it.
Is it possible that the idea of somebody else putting you as a high priority in their life is so far out of reach for you to grasp? Because the only person that has done that is your mom, and no one will ever live up to her.
You ain't got to go there.
Had you ever thought about that?
No.
Because we've talked. Your mom loved you.
Yeah.
You're the most handsome, the most smart. I think maybe the thought of somebody else putting you up on their list in life might be scary because they'll never do it as good as she did.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, cool. Thanks for listening. That's the show. God damn.
I'm sorry. I just thought of it and I was like, do I say this right now?
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Does it make sense?
Hurts.
Hurts real bad. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I was in Texas for a few days, and my buddy and I were unpacking some things, and kind of in that realm, but associated with more so just happiness in general, about how the differences in how him and I were raised, and the way that my mother raised me with that unconditional love, and that like it wasn't achievement based. You know, it was just like, you're great. And it didn't matter if I failed the math test or if I, you know, did whatever. It's like, no, you're great. It wasn't try harder. It wasn't like, let's get them next time, or like, well, you know, you really got to work at it or whatever. It was like, yeah, fuck that test. You're awesome. You're the best.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. And so now when I
am.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm fucking, of course. Yeah. And so that's why his theory is that's why I lack some of that happiness when it comes to progress in my life, when it's like all these things are happening and they're great, but I'm not recognizing them because like that shit doesn't matter. These achievements don't matter to me. They hold no value because I'm awesome.
Yeah.
And so where a lot of times it's reversed, where kids are raised with that. It's nurture versus nature kind of thing. And so they're raised with this idea of being praised for good testing and sports and all these things you're doing.
You have to earn that stuff.
Yes, you have to earn it. And I was just given it without earning it. And yeah, so that's why a lot of these things don't hold value to me, which means that nothing really matters, which means what's it all for, which means I'll never be happy. Super cool rabbit hole.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Huh.
Which leads me to this thought.
Okay.
Because a lot of people say that happiness is a choice. You hear that all the fucking time.
I've heard it.
And so...
Does it piss me off? Yeah. Does it make me angry? Yes. Do I think it's a stupid thing to say? Yes.
Yes. It reminds me a lot of like, just cheer up. You're like, oh, I've never fucking thought about that.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you.
Uh-huh.
You and I have always bonded over misery. We love to commiserate. We are two miserable fucks.
We wallow in misery like a couple of just muddy pigs.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Feels good.
What do you think would happen? It's a two-parter. What do you think would happen if
What are we doing here?
one of us just chose to be happy and just started looking at things differently and was just like, life is fucking great. I have all this gratitude and I'm so happy. And like, do you think it would affect the other one in a positive way or a negative way? And two,
Yeah, they'd be annoyed as fuck.
Yeah. And two, what if we both switched it up and gave it a shot and said, you know what? We're going to choose happiness.
Could we do that without roasting each other constantly? There's no way.
The minute you were like, isn't it a great day out? I'd be like, fucking shit.
Oh, you happy fuck. Get out of here. That bullshit. Yeah, there's no way we could do that.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Yeah, dude, I don't... I get it. I can kind of wrap my head around the idea that happiness is a choice. But man, you got to ignore a lot. You got to really ignore a lot of things.
What things are you ignoring?
Nothing. That's why I'm miserable. My thing, I think you and I have kind of different acceptance processes. And when it comes to like my little bubble of the world, like my life, I have pretty solid acceptance over those things. I can kind of understand, it is what it is. Oh, that happened. Well, nothing I can do about it. fuck, big fucking deal. Who gives a shit? That kind of stuff doesn't weigh on me. It's just, dude, the big picture of the world. Of just like, dude, we have all missed the point of what it is to be alive on this planet. Mm-hmm. And it makes me fucking sad, man. Like, dude, we could just be killing it if we could quit giving a fuck about power and money and all that kind of shit. We are currently living in a world with genocide.
Yeah.
And there are people that can't bring themselves to say genocide is bad. They can't even get that far because of the politics of it.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, we missed the fucking point, man. It's all about money. It's all about all this shit. It's all about everybody. We need something more. It's always something more. So that big picture, that bubble of the world, like I constantly feel the weight of that. Logically, I can go, it's out of my control. I can't do anything about it, but I still feel the weight of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to choose to ignore that.
Yeah, it's interesting because you can't do anything about that stuff.
No, play it back. I just said that.
Yeah, I know, but and that's the thing is like, we are opposites because my day to day, my little bubble is what matters to me because I've written all that shit. Like, I'm not gonna solve pollution and genocide and all those things. Like, I can't. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
But this guy just cut in line at me at the fucking Costco. Oh, he's got to go.
That's so insane
and
to me, dude.
Yeah, and so you're able to flip those minor inconveniences or these day-to-days and go, yeah, that's out of my control. And I can't let go of those things. So yeah, we are opposites, dude.
Yeah, so we can't do this.
Yeah.
We try. We go to Costco and I'm like, hey, bro, it's not a big deal. Chill the fuck out. And you're like, how about I fucking run him over with my car? I'm like, well, there's genocide happening, and this is what you're worried about?
There is something we could do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
Yeah, so I vote no on the choosing happiness for us.
Yeah.
I think it could cause some problems.
Oh, God.
There's no way we could do that with a straight face.
No way.
We're too smart.
Yeah.
Do you think the people that choose happiness, are they just dumb enough? Just dumb enough that works?
You are.
Or are they so much smarter than us that they understand that their time is finite and this is what they're going to do with it? And they are just smart and strong-minded enough that they can actually do that, even though it is a struggle for them.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
You don't know the answer to this.
I do. Tell me. Come on.
It's going to lead down to fucking...
It's about religion, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You think all those people are Jesus freaks?
No, I don't think... I think I put them in the same category, though. I think if you are willing to buy into... I think it's the same mindset. If you are willing to buy into something like religion and be like, that's it, then I think it's the same kind of mindset that goes, I'm just going to be happy. And it's like, okay, it's bullshit, right?
Oh, so you think it's just...
I think you're falling for the trick. Where it's like, exactly, yeah, where it's like, I believe in it. And you're like, it's bullshit, right?
So those people that can really lean on faith, regardless of what they're putting that faith in.
Yeah, any
they're
of that.
Just dumb enough.
Yeah, I think that's my hot take. And I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, and that's okay, and that's okay.
It's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
That's your opinion. This is a podcast, this is a public platform. We're signing up to take shit from people.
Yeah, I am. I'm very public on the idea of I don't.
Yeah.
Enjoy religion.
Yeah.
In any facet. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let the hate mail fucking pour in.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, because I think you're making a conscious decision to, like you said, ignore some of these things. Yeah. Whether it's big things or small things, you're choosing to ignore those and be like, I'm happy.
Yeah. Why? What are you, fucking dumb? That's my question. Yeah. You're happy?
Yeah.
You? Look at you. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing we talked about in my therapy this week.
Yeah.
We figured out.
Uh-oh.
And when I say we, I mean she. She figured out that I was never properly taught how to process emotions.
Oh, we figured that out last week. Didn't we? Or the week before?
Yes. By the way, the comments.
Yeah, guys.
Buddy.
This is... Hey, I'm going to say it right into the camera. You're dumb. And if you think I'm talking about you, I am. Okay? Unfucking real.
The comments I was getting... okay. In the clip that went viral.
Now, you're going to have to specify.
In the clip that went viral of me having that aha moment of, of processing emotions.
Showing emotion.
Showing emotion, yes. Yeah. I was confusing being vulnerable with showing emotion.
Correct.
The comment section.
Oh, no, and we're going to get comments on this. Actually, you were intellectualizing. You weren't being vulnerable.
Exactly. Whatever.
Cool genius.
There was a little confusion there in that clip or whatever. And the comments of like, this guy's a monster. And then the people that were like, this is what's wrong with men. And I'm like, okay. And then like, I bet that women have told him this before and he never listened to that because he doesn't listen to women. And I'm like, where is this coming from?
Oh, yeah, no, because in the same clip, I said, oh, you cry or you're angry. You get up, you break something. That's enough of men breaking things out of anger. Why would he say it's okay to break stuff? I didn't. It's an example of showing emotion.
Yes.
Okay, that's all. I'm not advocating for breaking things. And you know what? Sometimes it is okay to break stuff if you're angry. It is. Do it alone. Break your own shit and clean it up and get on with your day. That's okay. If you're doing it to intimidate your partner, it's not okay. Fucking obviously. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the comment section got real dicey. Yeah. So,
Internet.
Pardon me for confusing being vulnerable with.
Yeah, it's almost like the show is us learning.
Yeah, it's almost like that's the point.
Fuck.
Anyway, so I'm
now.
Yes.
A lot of positive feedback. Can we acknowledge that?
Oh my God, incredible!
So much. We just can't hear it.
Yes, we love it.
Thank you. It does not resonate.
It doesn't because we're miserable.
Yeah. It's a choice. Go ahead.
So we were unpacking the way I'm processing with the marijuana usage. And she was saying that, it's interesting that as soon as I start to feel emotions that I run from them or I shut them down. I had shared a story with her.
Did you get a laugh?
No. Ooh. Dog, I'm crying in therapy. I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
I'm doing both, actually.
Yeah.
I'm pretty...
I got to make my therapist laugh. Otherwise, I'm going to smash my head on that coffee table.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a choice.
I shared a... I wasn't going to share this, but I will. A few years ago, I was back home at the storage unit where my family now lives.
Where the memories are...
Yes.
They're waiting for you.
My memories are kept there. Like 3 generations of memories are in that storage unit.
Yeah.
And I decided I need to clean it out. And so I got a big trash pile going, and I got a keepsake pile, and I got a bunch of boxes. I'm unpacking a lot of things. And I come across my mother's purse. And I thought, well, I haven't opened this since my mother died. I wonder what's in Mom's purse.
Can I guess?
Sure.
A smell that knocked you off your fucking feet?
Yeah, so you've heard this story.
No, I know it well.
Yeah. I unzip the purse, and that's where Mom lives.
Yeah. Oh,
just perfume and hairspray that she used to wear, and just just fucking sucker punched me, dude. Didn't even see it coming. Didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
And immediately started just bawling. Dropped the purse.
Yeah.
And then just began to frantically pack everything up. I threw all the fucking trash just in a corner, and I zipped up the purse, and I put it in a box, and I shut the unit, and I locked it, and I drove away, and I have not been back to that storage unit since. And I told this story to my therapist, and she goes, I'm discovering a pattern here that when you start to process emotions, you shut them down. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess so. Is that the pattern?
Is it the pattern? You start mocking her.
Oh, really? You're so smart. Yeah, and so we got into the idea that weed around the holidays is doing that for me. It is not allowing me to fully process these emotions that are happening, because during the holidays, of course, all this extra grief comes into grief XL. I get supersized grief during the holidays.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of triggers. There are music and sounds and smells and movies, and all these things are very triggering around the holidays. Because that's my Christmas was for Mom.
Yes.
And so I am trying to work on processing things a little better. Yes, I have been using weed here and there, but not as much as I used to. It used to be a big escape for me.
Yeah.
Gets you real numb. Makes you feel good.
Sure does.
Yeah.
Makes food taste better too.
It's fucking great. Yeah. But then she brought up, she goes, we talk about your mother a lot, and we never talk about your father.